I'm Sébastien Loeb.
I'm Sébastien Ogier.
9 World Championships.
5 World Championships.
Last rally win, Argentina, 2013.
My last rally win, Rally Monte Carlo 2018. We are preparing Rally Mexico.
I don't go there to be compared to Sébastien Ogier.
It will be interesting to see him again. He's a great champion.
I don't have anything to prove, but I enjoy driving, and that's why I do it.
If I can perform well on any rally of the championship, I do my best for it.
I will drive like I feel, like I always did.
Who are you? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm your next monumental task. I'm about to make your empire crumble. My earthquaking blow will make crowds rumble. I float like a butterfly and I hit like Tyson. I've got the strength of a mighty bison. My left hook, they say, has a killer sting. But you ain't seen what I can bring. A combo of the world's greatest. Which team is the smartest and which is the greatest? What could you possibly show? I'll hit you with a jab high and low. Your skills of movement and power are not my equal. Bring on the drama, the action sequel.
I'm happy to come back and to be back in the world of the WRC, and so to see the guys I saw in the past here and I was fighting with is nice.
Yeah, for me too. I think I'm very happy to see Seb again and Daniel. I think there is much more good memories we had together than bad one, and no, it's nice to see each other, and I think we have a lot actually to talk about during with what happened a bit all these years, and yeah, we are excited to race.
It's exciting to discover these new WRC cars. It's exciting after 6 years to come back and to see if I'm still able to drive and to be in a good rhythm. My goal is not to fight with Seb or anybody. I just want to get my rhythm, to see if I'm able to fight, and if I'm able, I will do my best. But it's no precise goal, no precise target.
When I start my career, yeah, Seb was there since 10 years approximately, and we have 10-year difference. So, and I mean, as our career more or less started the same way, yeah, it was very exciting and very useful for me to start my career alongside with Seb, because I had a lot to learn. And of course, when you are young drivers, you always try to copy what the best drivers is doing. It's a big help for the new generation now to have a full access to our onboard. I would have loved to have that back in the time with him, but still to be teammate with Seb, I learned definitely a lot, and that pushed me to improve more quickly, because that was the only way to have any chance to fight with him.
I did exactly what he said. I'm happy that he used the same notes as I used in the past. So now I just took his video from Mexico Rally and I watched it. So it was helpful for me to remind a bit the stages. It's not like he said, it's not. I don't remember if he was flat or not or which gear, but it's just to see his video. For me, I understand, because I understand his notes. And so I know, okay, it's a fast section, here it's tricky, here it's like this and like that. I have to ask him some details because I don't understand everything, but But yeah, it was for sure. I had a lot of experience when he came, so I had maybe less to learn from him. But today the situation is like this.
Of course, yeah, we had some tension. We had at the time posed the target to try to be world champion, and of course there is many examples in motorsport who show that it's never easy when you have two very angry men fighting for the same target, especially in the same team. So yeah, there was some tough moments back then, but I think for me that's also a year where I learned a lot, where I definitely improve. And yeah, that's what I remember. Only the positive. For me, there is no point to remember what was not working, but more what you can learn out of it and try to be better for the future. And
I would say it's a bit the same. At the end, for sure, it has been some tension here in Mexico, in Greece, but I think the tension was not directly between him and me. It was a lot of story around it, and the media enjoyed a lot to make this war between us, and that was not something that was really nice to live. But at the end, like he said, we were both fighting. For me, it was one of the first time I had in my team a teammate of his level, and so for sure it was more complicated, and we arrived at some tensions. But at the end, I respect what he's doing, and he's doing just great since there, and so we are used to live in this tension, I can say, and our
that's
job
also
is
why we love it. Also, I mean, this adrenaline, this tension. It's also what makes the intensity of it. And yeah, if everyone could do it, yeah, that would not be like this. And that's what makes it special, to try to make it better than anyone else. And of course, yeah, tension is part of pressure, is part of our job. I think people like heroes, like to see a great performance. And yes, I'm also enjoying a lot to see different winners and big fights in category, but if they are real winners, it's even much more beautiful. On day one, I shouldn't win so many, that's for sure. But then after that, it will all depend on what happened on day one. And I guess anyway, our target is never to win the most of the stages, but to be as high as possible at the end of the weekend.
For me, if I miss day one, it will be even more difficult after. So I need to do something correct the first day. No idea. I'm looking forward to be there and to know, because I think no one knows what I'm able to do, even myself. So we'll see.
L'autre cheville dans le plat, parce que celle-là est encore dans le plat. Je l'ai plâtré une semaine avant, et je peux pas marcher parce qu'il faut la respiration. Tu as dit la vérité à ta mère ou pas? Ouais, t'as déjà une cheville en vrac. L'autre cheville dans le plat, parce que celle-là est encore dans le plat. Ils ont déplâtré une semaine avant, et je peux pas marcher parce qu'il faut la régulation. Tu as dit la vérité à ta mère ou pas?
At first, the sensation you can get in the WRC is something you don't get anywhere else, and I had the opportunity to test the new Citroën this year. I always enjoyed to do some rally between two races in France since I retired from WRC, and now I had this proposition from Citroën to come for a few races, and I was curious to know where I can still be after 6 years that I retired. So, and to have fun. So that's the main motivation. We see that the battle is really intense between different brands and different drivers. So I know that the level is very high, and the rhythm is high. So I'm not here in the same situation that I was in the past, and so I will just do my best and see where I can finish.
No, of course, it won't be really the focus for us this weekend, but still, I'm happy to see him back. And Daniel, I think we haven't been in contact so much the last years because of the different series we were racing. So it's nice to see them back. I'm sure a lot of fans are also happy to see him behind a World Rally car. I think it's never an easy challenge, of course, when you've been out for 4 years. Yeah, I can understand the choice a little bit because the cars actually are the fastest ever in the category, and I think even for the most successful driver of the sport, it was something to try at some point just to have some fun. I think we knew that before the start of the season that it will be a hard job to defend our title. It's a very competitive WRC at the moment, and I like it. I think it's exciting for me too, and so far I'm not leading the championship after 2 events, but it happened already to me before. 2 times I think already. I arrived here second in the championship, and I managed to win it at the end. So it's always a long-term fight where you need to be the most consistent as possible.
Tu opinión nos interesa. Si tienes algo que decirnos, envíanos un mail. Esperamos tus sugerencias.